this is Santosh Mitbaokar, and today we are going to continue with our chapter volume and surface area. In the previous chapters, we learned about the formulas to find the volume and surface area of the cylinder, the cube, and the cuboid. Today we are going to go a little further. We are going to solve a few more problems related to the same formula which we have already used. Also, we are going to learn about a new formula, the Eulers formula. Now, what is this Eulers formula? Eulers formula is all about the phases. When you talk about the phases, it's all about a polyhedron. A polyhedron, or we say poly. Poly means many, the one which has many sides. Polygon, we say, so many. So here also a polyhedron, we have a formula. What are these called? Now, what is this? It's in a shape of a cuboid. Now, this part, we call this as the face. Faces. Now, how many faces does a cuboid have? First face, then behind 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is called the face. How many faces it has? It has 6 faces. So 6 faces a cuboid has. A cuboid में faces कितने हैं? 6. Now, ये जो है ना यहाँ पे, ये line. When I say show you this line over here. Okay, this line over here. Now here, this one is called the edge. देखो edge कैसे? इसको edge क्यों बोलते हैं? देखो edge से गिर जाती है कोई भी चीज. Here also, ये इसका edge यहाँ पर है. So these are the edges. देखो 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So here it is repeated. 6, 7, even here. 2, 3, 4. Right? Now these are the edges. Now total number of edges which you get here is 1, 2, 3, 4. Then down 5, 6, 7 and 8. And of course 9, 10, 11, 12. मतलब 12 edges है. इसको edge बोलते हैं. जैसे हम लोग मराठी में बोलते हैं कड़ा. हिंदी में बोलते हैं जो corner जैसे on the edge of a mountain. जो mountain के edge है कोई गिर जाएगा. इसको edge बोलते हैं. And we also talk about vertices. ये देखो, these are the vertices. ये vertices है. ये vertex. इसको point, ये point होता है, इसको vertices या vertex बोलते हैं. और first vertex, second vertex, third vertex, fourth vertex, fifth vertex, sixth vertex, seventh vertex, and eighth vertex. So there are 8 vertices. So if I talk about a cube, when I take a cube, the cube also has 6 faces. So face number 1, face number 2, then we have 3, 4, 5, and 6. So it has 6 faces. Now, face का मतलब क्या होता है? देखो, this is face. ये पूरा square shape या cube shape. This is called the face. ये पूरा shape है. When I'm talking about face, I'm talking about this. ये पूरा चीज. All this is face. ये पूरा, right? And this line over here, ये जो line बनती है, ऐसे lines जो बनते हैं side से, उनको edges बोलते हैं. So faces, फिर इसको edges और ये point यहाँ पे. The points where they meet. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is a triangle. In an triangle we have the vertices 5, 6, 7, 8. So in this figure you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 faces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 edges, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 vertices. 6 faces, 8 vertices, or 12 edges. Now this relation between faces and vertices, face कितने हैं, vertex कितने हैं, then edges कितने हैं, there is a relationship, there is a formula which you are going to learn. So what formula is? The Eulers formula we are going to learn, and also we are going to solve few more problems related to volume and surface area. Right? So let's go ahead and see our PPT and understand So we are going to learn about statement problems of surface area and volume. Statement problems of surface area and volume. Now, the formula which I spoke about, we were talking about faces, vertices, edges. Now, that formula is called as Euler's formula. The Euler's formula is F plus V is equals to E plus 2. That's the relationship we just saw. 6 faces plus 8 vertices gave you 14, and 12 edges plus 2. 12 plus 2 is 14 on the right hand side. F plus V, faces plus vertices gave you 14, and H plus 2. Matlab, any polyhedron if you get, you count the number of faces, you count the number of vertices, you add them, and you'll always find if you add 2 to the sum of faces and vertices, you will get the edges. Sorry, the sum of the faces and vertices is equals to the sum of 2 and the number of edges. Or in the other way to put it, sum of the faces and vertices minus 2 will give you edges. So this is the formula F plus V minus 2 is equals to E, or we can say F plus V, faces plus vertices is equals to edges plus 2. Okay, now see, look at this. The arrow which is pointing towards that, that's the face. जो shaded part है, वो face है. कितने faces हैं? How many faces are there in it? There are 6 faces. Okay, now you look into this also. It's a triangular prism. Now it has 1, 2, 3, 4 faces, 3 triangles and a square at the bottom. So here again, sorry, 5 faces, 4 triangles and a rectangular base at the bottom. Now, look at this. This is a hexagon, right? It's a hexagonal base. So hexagonal polyhedron, we say 6 faces, right? Just see 6 faces laterally, 1 on the top, 1 on the bottom. So 8 faces. Count, see the edges, see the vertices. The vertices 6 on the top, 6 on the bottom. So 12 vertices, right? So faces, how many faces it has? 8 faces, right? How many vertices does it have? How many vertices? It has 12 vertices. So 18 edges it will have. F plus V is equals to E plus 2. Faces plus vertices. Add karo, you will get edges plus 2. So we are going to go deeper into it. So this is a face. See, it's a pentagon. Pentagon matlab 5 sides होंगे. देखो इसमें 1, sorry, it's a hexagon. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 faces. It has that. So if you look at this, this is a pentagon. It's a pentagonal. The first one is a hexagonal. This was a pentagonal prism. The pentagonal prism, pentagonal मतलब 5 side है, 5 faces, 5 faces laterally. मतलब ऊपर वाले 5 faces, ऊपर एक और नीचे. So 7 faces, right? Count the number of vertices. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the top, जो points है, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at the bottom, 10, right? So 10 vertices. And how many faces it has? 7. 7 plus 10. So that is 17. So faces and vertices if you add, the addition is 17. So edges kitne honge? Just 2 less than it, that is 15. So pentagonal prism, which is what we are talking about. Okay, faces 7, vertices 10. F plus V is equal to E plus 2. Faces 7 है, vertices 10 है, तो H plus 2. Edges is equals to 17 minus 2. So edges, if you count the number of edges, even manually, if you look at it practically, you will get the edges of a pentagonal prism as 15. The number of edges of a pentagonal prism will be 50. Okay. Now what's a heptagonal prism? Heptagonal means 7. 7-sided, 7 faces. If you count the faces, देखो उसके face 7 faces, जैसे 7 होंगे. Laterally मतलब जैसे खड़े, जिसको lateral मतलब vertical. Now when you count them, it will be 7 laterally and 1 and 2 in top and bottom. So how many faces you have? 9 faces. And how many vertices? Vertices is equal to 7 figure. So 7 on the top and 7 on the bottom. So 7 plus 7 will be 14, right? So faces 9, edges 21, and vertices, how many vertices do we have? F plus V is equals to E plus 2. F plus V is equal to E plus 2. So vertices 9 plus V is equal to 21 plus 2. So vertices is equal to 23 minus 9. Number of vertices is equals to 14. Therefore, the number of vertices of a heptagonal prism is 14. So this is what was Euler's formula. Very simple. Faces plus vertices is equals to edges plus 2. Face and vertices, you have to add them up. And if you want to find the edges, from that addition just subtract 2. F plus V minus 2 करेंगे तो ये मिलेगा. Simple equation, faces plus vertices is equals to edges plus 2. Now these are the various polyhedrons which you can, or the shapes which you can say. Now Euler's formula for any problem, polyhedron that does not intersect itself, the number of faces plus the number of vertices minus the number of edges is always equals to 2. That is F plus V minus E is equals to 2. Cube, if you take an example, 6 plus 8 minus 12 is equals to 2. So that's the constant equation. You can say F plus V minus E equals to 2, or F plus V is equals to E plus 2. Now we will just go through the statement problems of volume, because you need to solve again and again. So practice is very important. So with that thing in mind, we have doing it again and again. Formula for finding volume of a cube. Now, how do you find volume of a cube? There's a simple formula for it, which you have already learned. So imagine a cube of 10 by 10 by 10 dimensions. It has all the sides equal. The formula volume of a cube is side into side into side, or you can say length of the side into length of the side into length of the side. You can say S cube, you can say A cube, you can say L cube. Any notation or a symbol which you use is fine. So remember this, because I'm just recapping this because you will need to use this. Formula for finding volume of cuboid. Cuboid, that's the one which I showed you. Cuboid is length into width into height, or you can say length into breadth into height. Now next, what total surface area of cylinder, which is what we are going to consider. I'm just telling you all these formulas again because you are going to use it. We have already done this. 2 pi RH is the lateral surface area, 2 pi r square are the base area and the area of the circle on the top. So base areas plus the lateral surface area. So that will give you 2 pi r into r plus h, or h plus r. The 2 pi r comes common, h plus r remains inside. So to find the volume of side of cube, 6 centimeters. 6 centimeters. The length of the side of the cube is 6 centimeters. Volume of a cube is equal to side into side into side. So volume of cube is with side 6 centimeter would be 6 centimeter into 6 centimeter into 6 into 6 6 are 36, 36 6 are 216 cubic centimeter. This was a basic one which we have done. I'm just revising so that you remember this. Surface area of a cube. Just understand, we have already done this, but I'm just doing it again with a graphic. Side, side, side. It has all square shaped faces. Now suppose the length of the side is S. So if you open it up, open the box which you have done in your scholarship exams of 5th standard, when you unfold a cube and you put it laterally, when you put it on horizontally on a paper, surface area of a cube, just see the second, the picture in the middle, and the last picture, S square, S square, S square everywhere. It is 6 squares put together. So when you add the areas of 6 squares, S square, S square, S square, surface area of the cube would be 6s squared. So you remember all this. Surface area of cuboid, it's pretty simple. 2 times length into breadth. When you have the bases, length into breadth. At the base, length into breadth. At the top, length into breadth. Then frontal side, it is length into height. On the back side, it is length into height laterally. And talk about the right hand side and left hand side sideways, it is breadth into height and breadth into height. So 2 into LB plus 2 into BH plus 2 into HL, 2. So it is 2 into LB plus BH plus LH. And when you talk about lateral surface area, we are not going to consider length into breadth. LB we are not going to consider. So 2 times LH plus 2 times BH, that is 2H into L plus B. So these are the formulas which you are going to use, some in this class, some in the other classes, which we are going to follow. Now we are going to do some practical questions related to this. How many liters of water a cuboidal fish tank contains if Length, breadth, and height are 1 meters, 40 centimeters, and 50 centimeters. Before doing any problem of mensuration, in fact, any statement problem, you have to understand the question. Find how many liters of water. You have to find water, so capacity, so volume. A fish tank contain, if its length is given, breadth is given, and height is given. So cuboid, so you're going to find the volume, and for volume, the dimensions are length, breadth, and height, which are given as 1 meter, 40 centimeter, 50 centimeter. Remember one thing, whenever you consider units, all the units have to be uniform. The length is in meters, the breadth and height are in centimeters. So for length, we are going to have it as, instead of meters, 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters, we are going to convert this. So that's the fish tank. A big one, it is going to be, when we just generally, which you see in the aquarium also. So 1 liter is 1000 cc. This you need to remember. 1 liter is 1000 cubic centimeter. Matlab, if you take a 10 centimeter by 10 centimeter by 10 centimeter cube, how much or whatever water actually is inside it, that's the capacity. So if you have a container of 10 centimeter by 10 centimeter by 10 centimeter, it contains or it can retain water or any liquid up to 1 liter. Now length of the tank is equals to 1 meter. So 100 centimeter, pretty big one. 100 centimeters. Breadth of the tank is 40 centimeters. And height of the tank is 50 centimeters. So length, breadth, and height you have. Formula is pretty simple. Volume is equal to length into breadth into height. So 100 into 50 into 40. How do you multiply this? 5 fours are 20. 20 into 1, 20. Then count the number of zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 zeros and the 20. So you get 2 lakhs. Okay? 2 lakhs cubic centimeter. But 1 liter is 1000 cubic centimeter. So the volume of the tank is 2 lakh divided by 1000. You are going to convert that volume in cubic centimeter to the capacity in liters. So 2 lakh divided by 1000, you are going to get the answer as 200 liters. So 200 liters is the capacity of that cuboidal fish tank. So 200 liters of water you can pour into it. Okay. So you can have your fish in it and you can have 200 liters of water. That's the capacity of it. So length, breadth, and height are given. Volume of the tank. So these are application based questions. So if you have a fish tank of that size in your house, you'll understand how much water it will read. Of course, not 200 liters, otherwise fish won't have any space or the other things. So that's the capacity of that fish tank. Okay, so you can have like estimate how much water it would need. We're going to the next question. The length, breadth, and height. The length and height of a cuboidal warehouse. Warehouse is a place where we store things, and it's a cubicle shape. Most places are in most warehouses are in cubicle shape. Your houses are in cuboidal shapes. So not cubicle, cuboidal shapes. Your houses are in cuboidal shapes. Your classrooms are in cuboidal shapes. So here is a big warehouse. Warehouse are the things where we store things. Is, yeah, we call them as godowns. Is 12 meters, 8 meters, and 8 meters. So 12 meters, 8 meters, and 8 meters. That's the warehouse. How many cube-shaped box? It's a warehouse where we store things. Maybe a cube-shaped box which contains gift items, or maybe electronic items, or maybe mobile phones, or any other sort of things. How many cube-shaped boxes of size 80 centimeter, 80 centimeters boxes, in which maybe pressure cookers or something, small pressure cookers or something may be kept, or some other appliances may be kept, of that size will fill the warehouse completely. Means you have to just fill them up completely with only the boxes. So if you have all the boxes fitting it in, the complete warehouse would be occupied. So if you want to count how many boxes can fit in, you just have to find the volume of the complete warehouse, the bigger part, divided by the smaller part. Whenever anybody asks you questions like this, how many 50 rupee notes fit into 2000 rupee, or how many small balls can be made by a big sphere, just understand it's going to be the bigger entity divided by the smaller entity. Just I'll give you a simple example. If you have a 100 rupee note, how many 10 rupee notes fit into it? 100 divided by 10. 10 rupee notes will fit into it. How many, if you have a 500 rupee notes and you want 50 or a change of 20, 500 divided by 20. So 25 notes of 20 rupees will make 500. So bigger entity divided by smaller entity. Remember that. So volume of the warehouse, length into breadth into height. Pretty simple. Length is 12 meters. We have to convert it into centimeters because the other dimensions of the cube which are given are in centimeters. So length is 12 meters, breadth is 8 meters, and height is again 8 meters, which is 800 centimeters. So volume of the warehouse, length into breadth into height. So volume of the warehouse is 1200 centimeters into 800 centimeters into 800 centimeters, which will be 768,000 cubic centimeters. No need to calculate that. I'm not mentioning it purposefully because you don't have to multiply, because we are not asked the volume of the warehouse. We have been asked how many cube-shaped shop boxes of side 80 centimeters will be fitting into that warehouse, right? So you don't have to multiply this even. Volume of the cubicle box, the small, length into length into length, side into side into side, or A into A into A, any notation which you use, 80 into 80 into 80, that gives you the volume of the cubicle box. Here again, I have not multiplied 80 into 80 into 80. I've just kept it like that. So because, as you know, number of boxes, if you want to find number of anything which you find bigger entity divided by the smaller entity. Volume of the warehouse divided by the volume of the cubicle box. Warehouse is the bigger thing in which the small cubicle boxes are going to be fitted. So volume of the warehouse is equal to 1200 into 800 into 800 divided by 80 into 80 into 80. So here again 8 will get cancelled. So what will remain is 12 and 8, and when you simplify you will get the answer as 6144. If you had multiplied and then again divided, it would have been very, very difficult mathematically to solve. But simplification makes it easy because 888 all are multiples of it, and you get the answer as 6144. The total number of boxes which can be fit into the warehouse is 6144. Now next question. The water tank of a cylindrical shape has diameter 1 meter and height of 2 meters. Tank is closed with lid. The tank is to be painted internally and externally, including the lid. Find the expenditure if the rate of painting is 80 per square meters and pi is given as 3.14. Now understand this. It's a cylindrical shape tank or a drum, and its diameter is given, its height is given, and the tank is closed with a lid, means dhakkan. Lid, we call it as a dhakkan, a lid. Lid मतलब ऊपर से ढक्कन है. The tank is to be painted internally and externally. Tank है, tank को paint करना है, अंदर से भी paint करना है, बाहर से भी paint करना है. So it will be painted from all sides, right? From the top, from the bottom, from the sides, from inside, from bottom, and also from the upper part inside also. So whatever surface area you're going to get, uska double, like surface area of a cylindrical tank you take, you have to double it up, because you have to paint internally and externally. याद रखो, उसको paint करना है, you have to paint it from outside and inside as well, right? And last line which is given in the question is find the expenditure if the rate of painting is rupees 80 per square meter. This is how the rate is given when your house is constructed. They say I will charge you 200 per square meter. Some say I will charge you 100 per square centimeters. It depends on either in carpentry or when you make the furniture, or also while painting, or also while constructing a house. They give you a rate per square meter. So 80 rupees per square meter, मतलब 1 meter by 1 meter ka, if they want to paint an area, they're going to take 80 rupees for it. So that is the cost of painting. So if you want to paint that external and internal, you should know the formula. Diameter of the base, 1 meter. We can use diameter in the formula as well, but we use radius in the formula. Radius is half of it, 0.5 meters, and the height of the cylinder is 2 meters. Okay, total surface area of the cylinder, because you are going to paint everything. So total surface area, you have the formula 2 pi r into h plus r. Now 2 into 3.14 into 0.5 in the bracket h plus r. What is h? Height is 2 meters. And what is the radius? 0.5. So 2 into 3.5 into 0.5. Remember, you do the bracket first. Remember board mass. So 2.0 and 0.5 will give you 2.5. So 2 into 3.14 into 0.5 into 2.5. Now when you multiply, understand, you multiply and get an answer. How do you do this? The best, easiest way to do is we do with simpler things first and forget about the decimal points. Forget about the decimal points. You count the number of decimal places after the decimal point. In 3.14, two places. 0.5, one place. 2.5, one place. So 1, 2, 3, 4 decimal places. Now, how do you start? You multiply 5 into 2 first. 5 into 2 will give you 10. Now that 10 you multiply by 25, that will give you 250, and that 250 you multiply by 3.14, you will find it or feel it much easier. So multiply with the terms which will give you answers quickly and easily. So 2 into 5 will give you 10, 10 into 25 will give you 250, and that you multiply by 314, and whatever answer you get, you count the 4 decimal places from the rear side, the behind, and you get the answer as 7.85 square meters. Now understand, this is total surface area of the cylindrical shaped tank, but it is only external. We need to do it internally as well. So whatever area we are going to get, we are going to double it up, 7.85 from outside, 7.85 from inside. So the area of the surface to be painted will be 2 into 7.85, that is 15.70 square meters. Now, the total expenditure of the painting the tank, total area, surface area of the tank externally is 7.85, but internally and externally it is 15.70. So total expenditure of painting the tank would be 15.70 into 80. Why 80? Because see, generally we take an ice cream, cost of one ice cream is 30, 5 friends go, 5 into 30, 150. So here again, cost of 1 square meter is 80 rupees. How many square meters we have? 15. It's pretty simple. 1 chocolate, 10 rupees. 7 chocolates, 70 rupees. 70 into 10, 7 into 10. So here again, 1 square meter, 15.70. So for painting, 1 square meter, 80 rupees. For painting, 15.70 square meters is going to be 15.70 into 80. So 15.70 into 80 will give you 1,256 Indian national rupees. So 1,256 rupees would be required to paint that cylindrical tank. I hope you understood this. Find the total surface area. One more problem of a cylindrical drum. If its diameters is 50 centimeters and height is 45 centimeters. It's pretty simple now. It's a simple problem which you can easily do. Now understand, both are in centimeters, so no need to convert it into meters or centimeters, because just look at the unit. All the units should be in same. Diameter of the base of the cylinder is 50 centimeters. We don't need a diameter, we need the radius. So radius would be half of it. Half of 50 is 25. Radius is 25 centimeters, and the height of the cylinder is 45 centimeters. So radius is 25 centimeters, which is given. Height of the cylinder is 45 centimeters, which is given. And a formula for total surface area of cylinder is 2 pi r into h plus r. 2 pi r into h plus r. So 2 into pi is 3.14. Radius is 25. In the bracket h plus r, that is 45 plus 25. 45 plus 25 you have to add first, as I told you. That will give you 70. So 2 into 3.14 into 25 into 70. The answer is 10,990 square centimeters. So this is how you get it. Just apply the formula 2 pi r into h plus r. Remember, 2 pi r into h plus r. Excuse me. Next, total surface area of cylinder, which you got the answer as 10,990. Remember the units: square, centimeters for area, for volume it's going to be cc or liters, whatever. Now find the total. Now this one is interesting. If you look at your book, the notebook which you are carrying, if you count, its length is almost 19 and its breadth is 15 and height is 1 centimeter. It's 0.8. It's a 200 pages notebook which you have with you. If you look at it, I've given a question so that if you can see the book, you'll know how much area it has, right? How much area Find the question, see the question carefully. Find the total surface area of your 200 pages notebook of length 20 centimeters, breadth 15 centimeter, and height 1 centimeter. So here you are going to find the total surface area. Simple formula for finding the total surface area of a cuboid, that is 2 into LB plus BH plus LH. But the next part is trickier. I've changed it a little bit for you, a little bit challenging. Also find the paper required to cover it. Now when you cover it, understand it is the top and the bottom face which we cover, and one on the left hand side. One of the rectangles is covered, not the other three. Lateral, only one rectangle is covered, that is breadth into height. So this is little interesting, this is little different, which I have given it to you, and if you find it, this will be interesting. Let's see whether you understand this. Now see, this is the notebook previously. Now this is the notebook, and this is what you are going to cover it. So cover, how much cover you require, that's the question. Now length is 20 centimeters, breadth is 15 centimeters, height is 1 centimeter, right? 1 centimeters. Just see, this is a 200 pages normal small notebook. Total surface area is equal to 2 into LB plus BH plus LH, because it has rectangles on all sides. So LB, the base, 2 times LB means base and the top, that is 2 times LB. Then the breadth and the height, one of the left hand sides, breadth and the height on left hand side, breadth and the height on the right hand side. So BH plus BH 2 as LH. Now front and behind, the small rectangles in front. So that is 2 times LH plus 2 times LH. So 2 times LB plus BH plus LH. So this will give you 2 into inside the bracket we have 20 into 15 plus 15 into 1 plus 1 into 20. So that will give you 2 into 20 into 15 will give you 300, 15 into 1 will give you 15, 20 into 1 will give you 20. So add what is there inside the bracket first. The 300 plus 15 plus 20 will give you 335. So 2 into 335, which will give you 770 square centimeter. 770 square centimeters is the total surface area of your book if you want to completely wrap it up and give it to someone as a gift. But when you wrap it up, when you cover it up for your class, when you go to school first, and if you absolutely want to use the exact number of paper, amount of paper to cover it, so how much paper do you need? How much paper do you need? That's what we are going to learn. So for the notebook base areas, top and bottom, you have to cover those. You can't cover the book completely. You will not be able to open it. So which rectangles are you going to cover? Top and bottom plus area of one lateral face on the left hand side. That rectangle, that area we are going to consider. So for top and bottom, it is 2 into L into B. Length and breadth of the notebook. So 2 into L into B. And one rectangle on the left hand side, that is LH, length into height. Length into height, the longer side into the height. Understand this. If you see your notebook, you will understand it. So 2 into length into breadth plus LH. So 2 into length into breadth will give you 2 into 20 into 15 plus 20 into H. So that will give you 600 plus 20. So that is 620 square centimeters. So that is what the paper you would be requiring. 620. Make it a little more because you need to use it again. So you need 620 or 650 or 700 square centimeters area of paper. So we'll just see what we have done. Okay. So what's the formula to find the volume of cylinder? Can I have a few students coming in, please? So what is the formula to find volume of a cylinder? It's pi r square h. Pi r square h. So base area, base is a circle, and the height, pi r square h. What is the formula to find surface area of the cylinder, total surface area of the cylinder? It's going to be 2 pi r into h plus r. 2 pi r into h plus r. And if you want require ask only the lateral surface area, it is 2 pi r h. Okay. Now f plus v is equal to e plus 2 and f plus v is equal to e minus 2. Answer is option 2. Answer is option 2 or option 1. Which one is the answer? Is it right? Option 2, Euler's formula is f plus v is equal to e plus 2 or f plus v is equal to e minus 2.
Yes, sir.
Which one is the right answer? I have written as answer as option 2. F plus v is equal to e plus 2. Which one is the right answer? First or second?
First.
Is the option 2 right answer? Is option 2 right answer? No. Right. Option 1 is the right answer. F
Option 1
plus
is
v.
right answer.
Yes, correct. Absolutely. Because just to confuse, f plus v is equal to e plus 2. Now, this one, faces are 6, vertices are 4. Then how many edges? Faces are 6, vertices are 4. Edges कितने होंगे? Just remember the formula, f plus v is equal to e plus 2. So faces and vertices को add करो, add them. What is f plus v? What is the answer you get? F plus v is 6 plus 4. What is the answer?
Option number second.
No, these are not. These are the question which I am giving you. F faces 6 faces है, vertices 4 है. Formula क्या अपना f plus v is equals to e plus 2. Now add f and v. So what is the answer?
10.
F plus v is 10. Now edges क्या है? Edges e plus 2 is f plus v. 6 plus 4 10. If you from 10 we subtract 2, the answer you get it as what is the answer then?
10.
Faces and vertices को add करो और उसमें से 2 minus करो. You'll get the edges.
8.
Faces और vertices add करके क्या आता है? What do you get in the first question? Faces and vertices if you add
10.
10. And from 10 you remove 2. Subtract 2. 10 में से 2 subtract
8.
Very good. The answer, the edges is number of edges is 8. Number of edges are 8. Now next question में देखो, vertices are given as 6 और edges दिया है 14. Edges दिया है 14. Okay. Now faces you are asked, face कितने में पूछा है? Remember f plus v is equal to e plus 2. F plus v मतलब face और vertex को add करेंगे. Edges कितने हैं? 14. In the edges you add 2. So 14 plus 2 will be 16. 16. So faces plus 6 is equal to 16. The faces are going to be 16 minus 6. That is 10. 10. Okay, good. Good. Now, this is an assignment for you. This is an assignment for you. Find the volume of the cylinder if the circumference of the cylinder is 132 centimeters and height is 25 centimeters. Now, in this question, where you have to find the volume, circumference is given 2 pi r. From that, you have to calculate radius, and using that radius, you will find the volume with the formula pi r square h. The next question, rainwater harvesting, a tank of length 10 meters, breadth 6 meters, depth 3 meters is built. What is the capacity of the tank? How many liters of tank water it can hold? In this question, again, here you need to find the volume of the tank, that is the capacity of the tank, and the formula for it would be pretty simple. That is L into B into H. Now, after getting the volume, you have to convert that into liters. 1000 cc is equals to 1 liter. So for meters, you need to convert them into centimeters first. Okay. Now, this question is going to be interesting for you. What you have to do is, you have to take your geometry box. आपका जो geometry box है ना, वो cuboidal के shape में है. So what you have to do is, you find the length of the geometry box, you find the breadth of the geometry box, and you want to find the height of the geometry box. उसकी height, length और breadth calculate करने के बाद volume का formula. What is volume's formula? L into B into H. So you find the space inside it. तो आपके compass box में कितनी जगह है? How much space does it have? You have the formula length into breadth into height. Okay. Now Also total surface area, अगर आपको gift wrap करके देना है किसी को, how much space, how much paper you would require, how much paper, how much area of paper you will require, there is a formula for it. So what is the formula for finding the total surface area of a cuboid? That is 2 times length into breadth, 2 times breadth into height, 2 times length into height, 2 into LB into plus BH plus HL. LB, BH, HL. Remember, L into B, B into H into L. 1 into 2, 2 into 3 plus 3 into 1. L into B plus B into H plus L into H. Then you will get the total surface area of the geometrical box. So remember what we did today. Basically, it was regarding the total surface area of cylinder and also of the cuboid. Also, we learned about Euler's formula. Euler's formula is faces plus vertices is equal to edges plus 2. And remember, if you are doing problems related to mensuration, do not learn the formulas by heart. Understand and solve them. Remember, volume would be always base area into height. And when you talk about surface areas, understand what surface, what face that surface area is, whether it's a circular face, whether it's a cubical shape. Cubical shape, in fact, means square shape or a rectangular shape. And when you use those practically, I mean, you see it with your hands, observe the things which are around you, you will learn the formulas easily. So thank you so much for attending the lesson. Thank you. Uh, just remember, maths is fun. Keep practicing, keep solving, and enjoy learning. Only way you can learn maths is by enjoying it and practicing it. So please like and subscribe our channel. Thank you so much.